Alright, back with the Bronco Big Bend model. If you've been following, you know it has the 3-inch lift. We do have a new bumper on the front, along with the 35s and some 20-inch Mayhem wheels. But to top this all off, we have also added these side steps. It is from Rough Country. I didn't do an install video necessarily, but I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of how they go on and why you should buy them. So quick rundown of how they actually bolt to the car. If you look through here, you can see there's one bracket here, one bracket by those bolts, and then one further back. Only thing to keep in mind when putting these on is the back one actually ends up in the middle of the rear step. So put the bracket on before you put that step all the way on, otherwise it's in the wrong spot. The bumper, or the Bronco itself, is pre-drilled. You'll get 3 big bolts for each side. It's pre-drilled for that, as if you were to get a step from factory. These actually bolt on to the same spot. And then for the rest of it, there's just little channels underneath and on the back. Slide your bolts through, one for each hole in the step and one for each hole in the bracket itself. Put it on the car, tighten those up wherever it sits, line it up where I ended up putting it. Once the cap is on, line up the cap with the end of your panel here, and they fit perfectly the same in the back. So line up the front, tighten her down, and you're all good. One of the nice things with the Rough Country steps as well is these are actually adjustable, so you can move it where you want it. So you can open up your doors, and wherever your foot feels comfortable going up, grab handle on these Broncos is actually here on the side of your dash. You can put it to where you're comfortable and line it up, tighten it down, and it's exactly where you want it. Same goes for the back. Only thing, of course, in the back is you only have up to where the little plastic clip or clamp goes on the end, because it's going to slide only up to that point, which we put it roughly 1 finger width away from the end cap, and that works perfectly to get in and out of the back. But as for the front, especially if you're the driver, figure out where you want it and tighten her down, measure it out, do the same thing on the other side, and then aesthetically it looks pleasing and it feels good when you're getting in and out of your car. One of the main reasons to get these steps is not only for the looks, it completes the look of the vehicle, but when you walk up, I am about 6 feet tall, and without these steps, the Bronco is above my knee, about halfway between my knee and my waist. So to get in here, you gotta jump in, pull yourself up. If you got old family or you're older yourself, need to get in and out, that is quite the leap to get in and out of your vehicle, especially if it happens to be slippery outside. You got to jump off the cliff. If you hit any ice, you're going to end up hurting yourself. So get the steps, step in nice and easy, and as you can see, they do have a little bit of texture for grip with your RC, Rough Country logo on top there. And it is aluminum, but it's tough and it's coated in the black, kind of like rhino lining material, so it is gonna withhold anything that you throw at it. And Rough Country does send out instructions with it. It's a QR code, you scan it and the instructions will come in. They are super clear, that's why I didn't actually decide to do a full-out video on this. But like I said, there's 2 little channels on the back, one underneath. You slide in the amount of bolts to line up with your pieces for each one. The black ones slide in here itself. Then you have 6, because there's 3 mounting points, so 1 for each side. You got 6 bolts for the clamp itself onto the car. And then you got slightly different bolts that go in. I don't know if you can see it right there and right there. Those are all pre-drilled underneath of your Bronco already. Those have washers with them, the rest don't. It's just nuts and bolts. Line it all up, tighten it down. And then these have little flat bolts, just need an Allen key to tighten them up. Put it on. This is just plastic on the end, so don't reef it down or you'll break it. But nut slides in, screw those Allen keys down, holds your caps on the end, stops water and gunk from getting inside. Won't rust or anything. It is aluminum, but it won't make a mess and start wrecking it from the inside out. And that is about it. And when you stand back with the tires and the lift, like I said, just completes the look overall. And it also protects your paint, because if these tires start flinging stuff up, you don't want it to hit underneath here and start chipping everything away. It'll take most of it, not all, but most of the force out of this thing. Or your steps. And again, you can see in the sunlight the bolts, how they go in. You can adjust it side to side slightly, but the big bolt behind, bolt it into the factory holes, tighten her down. Leave these loose till the end, slide them where you want them, then you can tighten those up. And when people see your Bronco from back here, she is perfect. And that will do it for this video. Bumper's done, lift is done, wheels are done, side steps are done, rear bumper's coming, wrap is going on in a couple of days, and possibly exhaust to go along with it, along with a couple other goodies for up top here. So if you want to see everything, how it's done, how it works, make sure to like and subscribe, and we will catch you in the next one.